Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a video today for informational purposes only um, on the chemical imbalance theory. Now I've taken the information from an article from The Conversation, which basically said the chemical imbalance theory of depression is dead. And I've taken information from the National Institutes of Medicine, Harvard Health, National Library of Medicine, and of course my own take as well. So, when I was getting my degrees, decades ago, it was pretty common to hear that if you were suffering from depression, you had a chemical imbalance. Now, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, were making a lot of noise at that time, so to speak. And basically, the SSRIs keep the serotonin in the synapse, and the SSRIs block the reuptake of serotonin into the presynaptic neuron. Now, what's interesting is that actually the medication that was used before the SSRIs came around, tricyclic medications, did the same thing. Okay. Now, I've taken the next section from Harvard Health. So, science, though, tracks the seat of your emotions to the brain. Certain areas of the brain help regulate mood. Researchers believe that more important than levels of specific brain chemicals, nerve cell connections, nerve cell growth, and the functioning of nerve circuits have a major impact on depression. So, this is telling us that while serotonin might have some impact, we've got some other areas that seem to have a more significant impact. And from my take, what about environmental factors? What about family dynamics and, the upbringing of individuals? So depression is more than just chemicals. And this makes sense, especially in light of the fact that depression responds better to medication and psychotherapy rather than just medication alone. And this is according to an article from the NIM entitled Adding Psychotherapy to Antidepressant Medication in Depression and Anxiety Disorders, a meta-analysis. Okay, so I'm not just kind of pulling this out of thin air here. Now this, I'm going to put in quotes, this next section. The results also suggest that the effects of pharmacotherapy and those of psychotherapy are largely independent from each other, with both contributing about equally to the effects of combined treatment. So we conclude, the authors conclude, that combined treatment appears to be more effective than treatment with antidepressant medication alone in major depression, panic disorder, and OCD. Now, there is an article from the National Library of Medicine, 2015, Kahn and Brown, which says basically that antidepressants versus placebo in major depression, and overview, which is an interesting read. Okay, there's a lot to the article, but in a mini summary, okay, this is just a mini summary I'm doing here. Antidepressant medication works better and more effectively with individuals with major depression, okay, when compared to placebo, but not so much with individuals with mild depression. So having said that, you'll find some conflicting reports, but I think a lot are actually saying this. So, to end it, Harvard Medical School report, and this was mainly addressing individuals as they get older, indicates that it may be worth it to try other options regarding medication to deal with mild depression. So, for example, exercise, nutrition, gratitude, and social connections. And I'll add psychotherapy to that. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And medication really does seem to work, at least with regard to major depression. Mild depression, not so much. Okay, thanks.